Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Ravens. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs. And this is what every one of these guys... For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And when you review his performance last week and the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Here's Murray. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me want to take some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1. Team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
From the 35 to work on 2nd and 4. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Halted in his tracks by Keanu Benton. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing. All right, rifle on him, that's going to be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Half turnover, here's Murray. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now Murray. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing now is Murray. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as its first goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your off.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 72 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. And they're able to hit pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Stevens right there to break up the throw.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. To the sideline and incomplete.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Only found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, and Mayer hauls it in. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Chiefs' 8-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The 10 to drive that time. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An injury stoppage here, and a lot of worried faces on that offense and on that sideline as Kyler Murray is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Jones now in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rudolph. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete.
Here's Berrios. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Back to throw, Rudolph. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. Rudolph now to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
Well, here's Matt Ariza now. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And some strong running. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now here come the Ravens. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now Mahomes. Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 36-yard line.
Counter play with Jacobs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 9 yards that time.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll bring a tight end motion left. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Rudolph looking to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Rudolph going to throw again. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll bring it back to the 9. While here, we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. toss wide side. This is Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Kamara gets it again on second down. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Rudolph looking to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. Short throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now Rudolph. This pass left side to Downs. They'll wind up getting 10 back. That sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And this one is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game, take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's to Mayer, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw here on first down. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Demario Davis able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. KC's offense ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rudolph. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
8 yards there and a first down.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. And he caught it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40.
And work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Give to P-Ryan on the option. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coming left is Kamara. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now it's Rudolph. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. Rudolph. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 2nd and goal from the 1. P-Ryan is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now here's Mahomes. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills matching up against the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And he'll be tackled just short of 25. The Ravens offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 76 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Last standing that time from Keanu Benton. Got in there and hit him for a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now Murray. In trouble, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
So, Charles, I mean, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago, and we keep harping on their evaluation. They saw not just a guy who could rush the passer, but could rush the passer well, and that's why they took him as high as they did.
Here's Hardy set to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And ours hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. Man open left side is Brown. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but more than that, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Got his target. That's Kohler.
And they'll work it into the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Khalil Shakir.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his...
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On play action, it's Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They'll try the right side with Pirine. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 on first down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And dropping it off underneath, here's Pirine. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Shotgun now from Murray. That complete to Downs. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the first down on the Chiefs.
Murray going to throw. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2. A toss play. Here's Pirine. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. To throw is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Samaje Pirine. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. No going for 2. They'll kick one after. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Demario Davis there on the stop. They work now on 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Murray now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 68 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Demario Davis able.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now this offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle, here's Pirine.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here's Murray. Pass taken in by Pirine.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here's Murray.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Ravens ready to take over.
And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. Nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to go. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his target. That's Kohler. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Play zone defense so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Mahomes. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Down inside the 10.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter, as the kick is away here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. To throw, it's Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. This short throw caught by Goddard. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In motion left goes a tight end. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Baltimore gets to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And good space to operate there as he takes this downside the 35-yard line. 114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shakir hauls it in. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. In motion is Hardy. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Zone read. Here's Benson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give left side for... Oh, no, he lost the football. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll hand it to P-Ryan. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Back to throw here. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
He's brought down back at the 40.
These two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Hand off here for P. Ryan. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side, and now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, 1 game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.